before, didn't have any children, and Uncle Jerry, but you know, you never know if somebody's telling you the truth or not. It depends on how they're feeling about things. He said she was, because she did move in with a lady and her husband, and I think she had a girl, and we had a kid, not very far from where they lived.
Grandma, do you think people can change?
You mean like from gay?
No. I mean, like, if someone did something bad, like a man did something bad to a woman like someone did to me,
Yeah.
no names, then do you think that they could change and work their marriage out?
They might. Depends on how bad they want the marriage, I think. See, now, to me, okay, Jack Hanley lived next door to us, and one day he'd come over the house for, I don't know what now, but he says, Patty says, you know, I could get you to do anything I want for me. And I said, what do you mean? He says, if I told you to lay down on the floor and I was going to screw you, you'd do it. And I said, oh, you're full of shit. And he says, if I threaten your kids? And I thought, yeah, right, I'd lay down on the floor for him, you know. I mean, he was just, you know, I don't know if he maybe read something in a magazine or something, because Jack never made a pass at me. He never did.
You think that was a pass, or just he was trying to prove
I
it?
think he was just something he had read somewhere. Because
I hate
always,
crying, Grandma. I'm tired.
Yeah, it's all right. Clear your tear ducts out. But
Ruin my makeup.
I mean, I love Jack as a friend, just like I love David as a friend. But to go to bed with him, in fact, I told Jack one time, I says, you and I could go somewhere together, Jack. And I says, I could sleep in the same bed with you. It'd be like sleeping with my brother. And he looked at me, this is funny, and I said, that's no disrespect.
You always say
Jack.
something just funny, Grandma.
But I says, I could. I says, you know, I love you as a friend, but that's it, you know.
I'm always afraid to disappoint people, but I'm an adult. It's my life.
That's right. It's your life. I mean, you have to do what's right for you to make you feel that you're in the right position, whatever it is. I don't care what it is.
Well, didn't
As long
Grandma
as it's not going to hurt your children.
ever do that to you, Grandma?
Fun?
Did Grandpa ever
Go out on me? He slapped me around a few times.
and you made your marriage work?
That's right. That's right. I mean, he didn't beat me like I was.
No.
But he slapped me around a few times.
And he was drunk, huh?
Probably. I don't really remember, but probably. That's no excuse, though.
No, I'm not saying it's an excuse. I'm just saying people can change, especially when you're young.
That's right. So, you know, and Grandpa was young. I'm trying to think how old your dad and Aunt Brenda were. It was after his, I think after his mom died. I think your dad was in the
Is that a freaking...
4th grade or 6th grade. I don't remember. It's been so many years ago. But, yeah, they can change. And one time, the kids were grown, because I went back and I got my... I told my mother...
Better not tell anybody I was crying, Grandma.
I won't tell anybody, honey. When Grandpa and I wanted to get married, Grandma always says, well, I want her to finish high school. So we promised her that because that's what I had planned. Well, Grandpa and I had been having sex, okay?
Grandma.
Well, we had. I mean, you know, kids do that. And so anyway.
I'll just say you made me laugh so hard I cried.
Yeah. And anyway, I went and got my high school diploma. I think the year before your dad graduated from high school. I went to the adult school in Vallejo, which I went to high school in Richmond. But anyway, I got my high school diploma. I had to take an extra class because you had to get so many credits from whatever county you were in or whatever town you were in. So I took, we used to call it civics. It was like, it was a very interesting class, but I passed that. And then I took, what was it? bookkeeping, which that is the most boring job in the world, I think. Anyway.
Aunt Brenda does it.
Yeah, well, but everybody's different, honey. It just depends on what they want. And so anyway,
I'm just so
I got my high
happy
school,
that
and I gave it to Grandma because I told her I'd get my high school diploma, and
I'm going to give you something real special one day, Grandma.
well, you give me a lot of special stuff, honey.
Like what? A stupid piece of wood?
Well, or pictures you
Did I
draw
bring
and
that
stuff.
for you? Yeah, I did.
It's sitting on my dresser.
And I brought you a stick, didn't I?
Yep, sure did.
It's not just a stick, though. Special.
Yeah. But I mean, people, when you're young, you do stupid things.
So do you
Because-
think, what
because
if I
they-
told you I was going to hop in my truck on the 3rd and drive to Arizona?
I'd say you're stupid.
That would be stupid.
I think so, honey. Because he's not worth the trouble of maybe you going to jail.
Me going to, no, what if he's just sent me a message saying that the light was on?
I wouldn't go. Myself, I wouldn't, because of things he did to you. I wouldn't.
But what about what Grandpa did to you?
It's different times. And you have 4 children that you got to think of before you think of him.
I know.
Those kids didn't ask to be born, honey.
I know they didn't. And I didn't ask to be ripped away from them.
No, you didn't.
Do you think I deserve that? Do you think that was all my fault?
No, I don't really think it was your fault. I think you needed some medical help.
Yeah.
And I can't do that because I'm not a doctor. I don't
I
know how
know.
to tell you what you should be doing and what you shouldn't be doing. I think you should go get yourself straightened out if you need to be straightened out. Because, see, I don't know because I'm not a doctor, honey. But some of the things you were doing,
I know that they were crazy.
yeah. So you need to get yourself straightened out. And then I'd fight like hell for the custody of my kids.
That's what I'm...
Even if I couldn't get full custody, so I could see them.
That's all I want, Grandma.
Then get your
That was
ass-
always on my heart during my marriage, and it was tearing it apart.
Well, then you need to finish it. You need to get yourself straightened out, no matter whether the doctors are right or wrong, or you're right or wrong, so that you could prove to them that I'm okay. Whether you may be fine now. I don't know.
I am fine. I'm going to be okay.
Well, then just so you have something in writing that you can go before the judge.
I have something that says I'm perfectly sane
Yeah.
from a
They're
few
not gonna-
doctors
They're not going to believe it right now.
because they don't know me.
You know? So I would get myself straightened out. I mean, I don't like taking pills, but I'm going to take whatever the doctor tells me I need to take. He may be right. If there's one chance that he's right, I don't want to get sick again.
No
I
way.
know I will sometime.
I'd be
I'm
crushed.
72 But I'm 72 years old, and I'm not going to live forever. I'd like to live.
Yes, you are, Grandma, damn it.
Well, I'm hoping to. But no, I would like to see my great-grandchildren grown and having children of their own. And that's what I'm working for.
Maybe you'll look like an old Indian woman one day.
I might. That's what my Granny Blade did. I think I take after her because my arms are really thin. And
Mine are too already. Look like an
well,
old
not
woman.
like mine, no, honey. But I've smoked since I was 11 or 12.
I was 12.
And that's hard on your skin. Because Dr. Romano at Kaiser, that's who we're still in Vallejo, and he'd say, sometimes he'd say Pat, sometimes he'd say Mrs. Jeffers. He'd say, you really shouldn't be smoking. And I said, I know, but I've been smoking since then, and I'm going to continue to smoke. So,
And
maybe
I
the
want
next-
to?
Maybe the next time I see him, he would he say anything about it? Because he always showed me pictures of his kids. He was a younger man, and he had this, they probably don't even have anymore, this thing that he had, I don't know if it was hooked to his
Belly?
pants or if it was hooked on his arm, I don't remember. But if he had a new kid, well, he always made sure he showed it to me. I think he had all girls, if I remember right.
From smoking?
No. I mean, but he was really friendly with me, and I would go down with Grandpa.
Oh.
Because men don't like to ask the doctors things.
Yeah, I know. They call me instead.
Yeah, and so In fact, when Grandpa's blood pressure went up the first, when found out he had high blood pressure, he wasn't going to take the pills. He wasn't going to take no pills.
I know. Where do you
And,
think I get it?
I told him, I says, listen, Mary, I says, your mom had high blood pressure. That's one of the reasons that she had her stroke. I says, do you want to be like her? And, you know, because he knew what he'd went through as a kid, you know.
You think I'm a rebel, Grandma?
I don't know, honey. I really don't know. You could be. You could be.
No, I'm just rebellious. I think it's what I'm going through is just life.
And it may be, honey, but I would have the doctor tell
It's not like I'm 40 and I've made such a wreck of my life and I'm not doing drugs. I'm not doing anything bad except for smoking cigarettes.
Yeah, I'm smoking them, and I shouldn't be smoking them, but I thought, hell, I smoked so long. If the cigarettes are what gets me, that's what they'll get, because I'm not going to...
I don't want to live for someone to change my diaper anyhow.
I don't either. In fact, I told Uncle Mike, I says,